Zaichar, Ukonawan, Wina Nacho, Opumi Borsu, Tewi, Tewi Lassi, Wakayomi, and the
Here we are, dankjewel iedereen. Welkom terug bij de nabeschouwing. Ik doe het deels in Engels, want we got Pio Ucles back in the show. Welcome, Pio. Presley, Wayne, guys, what have we seen this match? What can you tell me about the match? Let's start with Pio.
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you guys again. Thank you for the invitation. It's always, a great pleasure to talk to you guys. I think, the game as it started, obviously the favorite was Suriname. Suriname, it felt at times that Suriname wasn't really pressing the issue, that is waiting for Guatemala to make a mistake. And that is something that no sense of urgency. With no sense of urgency, they ended up making their own mistakes, and midfield bad passes, and then the Guatemala goal comes with a sub that comes in, and in 1 minute of being in there, nobody picked them up on two consecutive mistakes. That it was just absolutely unnecessary risk to take in that area of the field. Suriname ends up becoming more aggressive when they're down in the score, and they're lucky that they end up with 5 minutes, additional minutes. It could have been a little more because of all the injuries and what have you. It was not the game that I was expecting from Suriname. I'll be honest with you. I was expecting a more aggressive Suriname team when they had the ball, and then it took them a while to kind of get. Until Guatemala scored a goal, you felt like before that they were waiting for Guatemala to make mistakes, and that's not the way to play at home. Even though the home advantage hasn't shown in this competition, everybody's having problems winning at home. So with that said, I think it was Suriname was lucky enough to tie that game. I think the result is fair before what both teams did, but Suriname was lucky. Guatemala could have gotten away with winning that game, and that would have been bad for Suriname. So
yeah, I think we all expected the same. Wayne, what did you expect?
Well, I said before the game when you guys asked me for my predictions, is that my heart says 2-1, my head says 1-1. And I think that it seems like Suriname is becoming a team that plays better from behind. If you look at the El Salvador match, but if you looked at how we played the first half, I thought that we should clearly win the game. But two things stood out to me. The tempo significantly dropped in the second half. And Suriname's challenges always come right, whether it's we make substitutions or the other team makes substitutions. The minute there's a substitution taking place, there's a period of transition where we get on our heels. And you saw it again, like this guy literally, like Senor Pio said, the ball in the corner, that's poor coverage that leads to a nonchalant clear right in front of the box, in my opinion. And Shaquille Pinas has done that before. So those are the two things that stood out to me. The tempo dropped, and during a period of transition and substitutions, we became discombobulated, like in the wad, as we would say in Dutch.
And Presley, thank you by the way, Wayne. Presley, what do you think about the?
Now, it was very hard to watch this game. You see, the football law is, as I told, is if you don't score, the opponent always will score. Haps always makes a mistake at the back, and he, as you have seen, he put Pinas in trouble. The problem with Suriname is that we struggle to score. There were far too many bad passes, even though we were better, much better than Guatemala. And I told you in between the halves that it will be very difficult if you don't score, that's a football law. If you don't score, you are the boss in the field, and you don't score, the opponent always got a chance to score. And that was our problem. And our bigger problem is we have problems to score. And when Daniels got injured, and yeah, he was the instead of Grot. I think it was a mistake. I think it was a coaching mistake. But okay, 1-1.
A coaching mistake. A coaching mistake. Do you agree with that, PO?
You know what? Injuries can happen. I mean, it's unfortunate what happened. When you make a substitution, you bring a guy that could be the guy that's going to spark your team. You know, little speed, more mobility, and gets into the match and gets injured. I think in terms of mistakes, I mean, how do you when you play a game with a team that's in their own half, you're playing a game in 50 meters, essentially. When you see the two center backs for Suriname playing past the the circle, the center circle, and that's better part of the game was played that way. And it was crowded, but instead they try to penetrate some crosses that are not effective when they're crosses that you're facing. Instead of coming from the goal line backwards, they were, these were crosses that the defenders and the goalkeeper was facing. Those are easy. And I thought, penetration, they did not look for that outlet pass to create some more penetration. And again, complacency, passes that were just bad passes.
Yes,
when
a lot.
when Guatemala was intercepting, just because you make wrong decisions, and Suriname made a lot of wrong decisions.
Yes,
Players made wrong decisions, and
go
ahead.
Yeah, if Panama, Guatemala, they parked the bus. Not exactly, but kind of.
Very
kind
much.
And
you can call it what you want.
Yeah, you have to. You as a attacking opponent, you have to give cross passes from left to the right and the right to the left. But when Margaret received the ball, he tried to how do you say that in English? He's trying to make his own. He's trying to make his own game.
It gave that impression. Some of the players, it would take horizontal passes.
Yes,
it takes the build up. It is a build up, but it's very slow. It gives the other team even more time to regroup. And Suriname was allowing Panama, instead of making sharp passes, trying to go down the line and take a shot every now and then, even just to keep them honest. And Suriname didn't do that. They just, a lot of bad decisions. I would not blame the manager just because the manager can only give the instructions, but the guy that executes those instructions are the players. And that is one thing that you have to keep in mind.
I think you saw a lot of heroes trying to put their cape on and take Suriname. I think the play fell apart where it became a very individual game sometimes, instead of taking advantage of your teammates, especially on the left side with Nahar. I saw that.
I mean, and the whole atmosphere, the president of the country was visiting there. That doesn't happen very often. There's people were expecting more out of this team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
There were people. I mean, I personally, and I'm not from Suriname. I'm just an impartial.
We'll adopt you. We'll adopt
observer. An impartial observer. I'm looking at I thought Suriname was going to have that sense of urgency, press the issue, and to your point, Presley, when the other team will always have that one chance.
always.
That one chance, and they had one chance and they put it away in two mistakes. So when you don't press the issue and you just wait for the other team to make mistakes and you take your time, granted, the game does It's 2 halves, 90 minutes. But you have to take the initiative to take the game to them. Because one thing is to control the ball, and another one is to control the game. And Suriname had the ball, but they weren't controlling the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
That,
but Theo,
to me, that is. Go ahead.
do you think that Suriname is there something they could have done different than what they do?
Well, the thing is, when you look at the attitude, when you look even the body language of the team, when they were passing, they giving these passes with their head and chesting the ball and making it look really, really nice. But that, you know what I'm saying? When you have urgency, I mean, you're making quick decisions and you're moving. You give a pass and you move into space. You give a pass and move into space. And Suriname wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
It was a kind of gallery play.
Yes.
Yeah, and that, you know what? That's waiting for the other team to make mistakes.
And that happened in the first half too. In the first half, that didn't happen. There was pass, move to space, pass, move to space, vertical ball, wide balls, vertical ball, wide bars, combinations. And that's what I said. The tempo changed. It became like very sludgy, like having dirt in your engine, slowing you down, kind of.
Suriname should have known that Guatemala was going to play like this. This is the exact same game that they played against, Panama.
Mm-hmm.
Was Suriname too predictable? Was Suriname too predictable?
Well, no, it's just it's complacent. I mean, when you are complacent, you become predictable because you become repetitive. You become repetitive, wide passes, and the build-up takes forever. It was never a 30-yard vertical pass that could have caught, defenders coming out and go, catch them flat in the back. And that didn't happen. I mean, the Guatemalan goalkeeper didn't have a lot of work. If you actually look, I mean, on the corner kicks, he had to come out. He had to come out and he had to jump and go for those balls up in the air. He did a great job with that. Luckily, go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
No, so I mean, Suriname, when you get your goalkeeper, has to go up for a corner kick in desperation, and you end up tying there. And the goalkeeper was involved in the play because he got out of the way. He actually shielded the boy. It was. Suriname should not have had to go through all that pain. I thought that was my opinion. You always have to remember that there's a team in front of you that's trying to get points as well.
Yeah.
So, and Guatemala did their job.
Yeah,
you cannot take that away from them. They did their job, and they almost got 3 points. So
yeah,
wow.
I think this result also feels like a disappointment for Guatemala because they expected actually not to win, and then they even got the chance to win, and then it switched to almost like it feels like a loss for them. Like the
Guatemala went into Suriname getting a good result. What is a good result when you play away?
That's
not to lose.
Yes,
not to lose.
Not to lose. And not to lose.
That's where they came
so
for.
Guatemala is just like you bite the lotto and you find, holy mother, I have, they gave me this gift and I can almost walk away with 3 points.
They did not come to Suriname to win.
Guatemala is going to take their chances at home. They know they can beat El Salvador in El Salvador. And then they're going to wait for Panama and Suriname to play at the 18,000 people stadium in Guatemala. So they are not out of it. If you actually think about it, they're not out of it. And they're fighting for second place too. That's second place. The chances of second place is qualifying against African teams are slim and none, but hey, it's a chance. So, it was, I was watching the game. I enjoyed it because, I'm watching Suriname. It seemed that in theory looked stronger. Not making sure that they're stronger. And Guatemala, waiting, patience. And Suriname was being extremely patient, somewhat, not somewhat, completely complacent. And that they pay the price for it. Hopefully it's a lesson, because that should be a lesson.
Well, the good news is Suriname is still in first place as of right now.
Exactly. Yes.
So we'll take that. Another thing that stood out to me, gentlemen, is that on set pieces, we didn't get good touches. And I was expecting a little more on set pieces with the additions to the team. Corners, crosses. I'm not going to call a cross a set piece, but we didn't get good contact on most of the balls in the second half, at least. It felt like the set pieces were just giveaways.
I hope referees, when they start enforcing, there's so much grabbing and hugging inside the box when there's corner kicks or any free kick. It's terrible. I mean, this is it's like wrestling in there. I mean, defenders are hugging and grabbing forwards and back and forth, and it's just, I mean, where does that stop? I mean, when they can enforce, they should give penalties for some of the stuff. Some of the stuff that goes on in there is like football, like American football tackles that are happening. So,
Senor Pio, I'm looking at one of the comments here, and Lawrence Joseph said, we need to select players based on fighting spirit. What do you think of that comment?
Well, fighting spirit, it's you can only, in Uruguay, they have this thing called La Garra Uruguaya, when they play with all their heart. But at the end of the day, it's about playing good football. End of the day. I mean, the fighting spirit is there, fine, great. But if you have a plan, you execute your plan. That, to me, is what's important. Running fast and tackling and having and going all in on every tackle. And that's important. But what's important is if you have a game plan, you have a script. You have a script, you follow the script, you execute that script. And everybody's got to be concentrated. The mental preparation is extremely important. You cannot be distracted. You cannot end up trying to chest the ball inside the 5-yard line and giving it to the center forward that just came in. You cannot do that. Yeah, that could have cost you, really. That could have cost you dearly. And you're lucky you got away with that point. I'm telling you.
Hey guys, we need to go to Tev. Tev is still in the stadium, so let's see if we can get in touch with Tev. Let's see if we can taste the atmosphere in the stadium for now. Tev, are you still with us? I think Tev is not with us, so too bad. Maybe we try it later again, but he's not with us. Okay, guys, let's continue. Well, the for the people who don't know yet, the final score. Oh, let's see the results of the
man of the match, Nahar. Highest rated player, Nahar.
Well, he went out injured, didn't he?
No, that was the center.
No, Margaret got sub. There was a substitution for him, and
he got subbed out.
Yeah, he was limping. He was limping when he.
Yes.
Oh, was he?
I walked out. Yeah. Daniels, that was unfortunate. That was really sad. He should have been taken out the first time around. There's no need to risk a player and keep him in there. That was insane. I mean, the guy is hurt. He went down in pain, and I thought that was not a good. I mean, the doctors should have made that call. Not necessarily the manager. Yes.
It's his first match, so he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna try it again." So I understand the player, but you got to protect the player against.
No, well, it's not just that. You have to protect the team too.
Yeah, but you also have to protect future prospects.
No, I get it. I mean, you get the player out. Period. That's not a decision that he should be making.
The medical staff needs to make that decision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very 100% right.
It's not the coach's decision; it's the medical staff.
I mean, you have the responsibility to make sure that your team has 11 fit players on the pitch at all times. And that decision should have been made. You know what? Love your attitude, love your desire, but you know what? You got to come out. Simple as that. Because not 2 minutes later, he was down.
Yeah, he couldn't. He just couldn't do it. But you saw that he shouldn't have gone in.
My opinion. I mean, in my personal opinion, he should not have. The doctor should have made that decision and not let him go back in. But that's that's after the fact that we're talking about that, and I'm sure the player decided that he wanted to be there. But I think Suriname has some good players. I'm telling you, it's just a little bit of some of them a little bit overconfident because they thought playing at home, and that's the impression that I got.
Who stood out to you? Which player?
I tell you, the captain, Pinas, good player, even though he made the mistake. Then the other guy, Denzel, the big, center back. Yeah.
Denzel.
Good. Margaret. I saw him moving quite well down the left side. It's an interesting team. I mean, it's just that there was no sense of urgency.
What do you think of number 18?
Cherry.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's I told you guys before. I mean, I don't like to just grab an individual and say this guy is the one that makes the clock tick. I think what Suriname needs to concentrate more is in take advantage of the skill. They have skillful players. I mean, really, you actually look at it. I mean, there's not a bad player that would catch your attention and say, this guy shouldn't be on the field. All of them, you see them with the ball in their feet, confident, sometimes too confident. So I don't know the players by name, but when I see them, I can. But Suriname has talented players. There's no doubt about it.
But don't you think, Pio, don't you think it was too risky to start with two players who never made a first match for Suriname?
Well, when I found that out that these guys are making their debut, unless they had trained with the team, and they haven't. One thing is to be with the team and not play, but just to come fresh, just because the manager knows them from playing in whatever in the Netherlands, but that's risky. That's always risky because there's a period where the players get to know each other. If they haven't played together, it moves. You go, instead of going left, you go right. Instead of going right, you go left. Those are things that it takes a little time to adjust and to adapt. In hindsight is 2020. If the manager thought that these guys were gonna make things happen for him, why not playing? With a great level of confidence, because Suriname looks like a very confident team.
So
too confident sometimes.
So what do you guys think needs to happen next match? What do we need to do next match? What's a good result? Presley, what do you think?
Okay. We were lucky in the end, and I have to say that. But we can still get 4 points. What was the initial goal? Our goal was for this round 4 points. We got 1. 3 to go. And
I tell you one thing. 2 would not be bad either.
Okay.
2 would not be bad because that takes points away from Panama as well.
Yes.
So it's not just in terms of the points that you get. It's the points that you're not allowing the other team to get.
Yeah, just like Guatemala did today.
Depends. Yeah, exactly. Depending on what happens between El Salvador and Panama, that's going to dictate a lot of things.
It's 2:00 Dutch time in half an hour.
Yes, I'm actually waiting for the game myself. Yeah, because I want to be able to. If you guys invite me again, I want to be able to put my 2 cents about El Salvador in Panama, just because El Salvador. This is a chance. Let's put this in perspective. El Salvador. Let's say El Salvador wins this game. Everybody gives us a favorite. They would have 6 points. They are in the hunt. They'd be first place.
Yeah.
They would be first place.
Yes.
So it's a lot of stake with this. Even if El Salvador gets 1 point,
Yeah, 5. 4. 4.
They will have 4. And they're playing Guatemala their next game. So it's a lot to be said. If El Salvador were to get a good result against Panama, that changes the entire complexion of this thing.
I see Rico is commenting.
Oh,
We gotta get Rico in here.
It was a
One
good
corner.
match. We were 1 corner kick away from taking all 3 points.
Yeah, he's talking about Suriname, in case you guys are wondering.
yeah. You know what? When you think with your heart, a lot of times it's not being objective. It's good to hear you. It's good to see that you're okay, Rico. Hopefully.
Yeah, Rico,
good
we
to
didn't
see
think you
again.
were going to be available, man.
Yeah, so
I thought you were going to be too depressed, but
so a lot of things can happen today. It's Panama is playing in a hostile stadium.
Yes.
Hostile it doesn't get much more hostile than that. 45,000 raving fans hoping to get a good result out of Panama. If they get a good result out of Panama, I would be thrilled. You guys should be thrilled with a tie. A tie would be.
What is the best result for Panama, for Suriname?
For Suriname, perfect world. I'd say El Salvador taking 3 points out of Panama, because El Salvador has to go to Suriname.
Yes.
And I think Suriname can get a really good result against Salvador at home. But Panama it's a do or die for them. If they were to lose that game, they're almost out of the competition.
But if they
I
win,
think it's
If they win, they have 5 points. They are
just like Suriname's, just like us.
exactly. So next game, you're playing them. If they happen to win, they are 3 points ahead of you.
Yes.
So
Let's go to the predictions of the next match. Pio, what do you expect of the next match from Suriname against Panama? The away match?
I think Panama will win that game. The difference is minimal, but I think Panama it's going to be predicated on how they do against El Salvador. But I think just under normal conditions, on a normal situation, I think Panama has the capability. Beating Suriname. That doesn't. A prediction is a prediction. It's not.
Okay. Pio,
What's your Presley?
What was your prediction before Suriname, Guatemala?
Guatemala, I thought, to be honest with you, I thought Suriname was going to win.
Exactly. That's why Panama won't win the game.
No.
Okay, so we know.
It's just a prediction. It's not a. It's not
like that.
That's what I tell people. I do a radio show. And I say when I give predictions, like on the Premier League, on the English Premier League, I said, don't bet your money on my predictions. Because you're gonna go broke. So the same thing. It's an unpredictable thing, because unlike playing in a neutral place like the Gold Cup or Copa America, when you go playing in front of 45,000 Salvadorians that are screaming their lungs out doesn't make a difference. It does make a difference. Suriname was able to get away with a great result, very good result, winning El Salvador. So the inconveniences of traveling, doing all these things. Suriname's has to go to Panama now. Guatemala has to go from Suriname to El Salvador. Don't even go home; just go straight to El Salvador. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of factors that have an impact on the game. But to your point, Presley, my prediction was so don't bet on my predictions.
Okay, I won't.
don't. But that's just as an observer. I think Panama can take the game. Doesn't mean that they're going to. It doesn't mean that they're going to. It means that would be a prediction that I have based on what I've seen. Panama did not win their first game against Guatemala at home. But I think,
and Wayne, what do you think, Wayne?
So there's several factors. I want to know how hurt Margaret is. I want to know who's going to come in to replace Daniel. So Schrott is going to have to play a lot more. I saw Hops limping too. So there's several factors, right? It depends on how much effort it takes Panama against El Salvador. So exactly. I think that
exactly.
I would like to see a switch with Balker because Balker did really well in holding Carrasquilla under control. I think one of the beauties of Suriname to me is that as the more they play together, the better they get. They just don't put the ball, and there's still a lot of new parts being introduced.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they'll be a little more seasoned mentally. They know that they can win on the road in very tough conditions because they've done it the last window. So if we come out with the tie, I'm happy. The pressure is on Panama.
Absolutely.
So
they have to win that game.
Yeah, the pressure is on Panama, which may work to our advantage. And plus now we have more players who play together who never played together before. So I'd be happy with a draw. I would like a win, an upset like El Salvador, but
one of the problems is when some teams, when they are favorites, when they are the favorite team to win, they have a problem like what happened today. Suriname was favorite to win today, and they did not take the initiative. So Suriname, when they played against Panama at home, they did a great job containing Carrasquilla. I mean, Carrasquilla did not have, I mean, he had a little bit of an impact in the game, but Suriname did a great job because Suriname was not the favorite. Suriname felt more comfortable being the underdog than being the favorite. So those are my 2 cents, gentlemen.
Then let's go to Presley before we finish it up. Presley, what do you expect about the away match against Panama?
We haven't heard from you too, Orville, so we need to hear from you as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can get away with it.
I agree with you. I agree. Long story short, I agree with Wayne. I think it's a draw. It will be a draw. Of course, I hope to win, but it will be a draw, I guess.
It will be a draw until 3 minutes in added time. Then Suriname will get a penalty, and we'll win the game with 1-0.
Yeah. Can you email me that prediction so that I can
bet on it?
It's recorded. It's recorded.
Well, I tell you one thing. The beauty of this competition is really a beauty. I mean, for me to be exchanging comments and ideas with people that I never met in my life, and through this fantastic opportunity to exchange criteria about a sport that is worldwide, that this is the one thing that we have so many, as humans, we have many more things in common than we have
you
things
think
that are different. Yeah.
Yes.
So it is fantastic. I tell you, I couldn't be happier to be participating with you guys, because it's just, football has that. Only football has that. Nothing else.
We are also grateful and thankful for your expertise and your generosity in sharing your time with us. So thank you.
I'm very happy. I thanked Glenn. I said thank you for referring me to them. I said I had a great time, and it's just open. I mean, you can give your opinion. You're not trying to convince anybody of anything. All you're doing is giving your opinion, and if they like it, great. They don't, nothing happens.
Guys,
it's like a game. You win, you lose, but tomorrow you have to get up and go to work the following day. It's not the end of the world. But that's why we love it so much.
Well, guys, let's not make Orville get away with not. And I want to thank the fans for doing an awesome job in
Yes.
representing our country well. I did see some firework flares. Let's please not
No
use
flares.
those. Those are
Yeah.
against FIFA rules. We should not do anything to jeopardize our team. So, but Orville, you're not going to get away, man. You got to give us something. You can't say what Wayne said.
Yeah, because
No pressure, Wayne.
yeah, I can only say it will be a draw because I don't expect Suriname to. It's difficult to recover from this match, and we just have a few days before the next match, the traveling and all those things. It's hard to win over there, and it's for more supporters. It's at the home match we already was really difficult to play against Panama, and away I will expect a better Panama, and it's their last chance also. So I think a draw for us is the max for that day, for that match.
Presley already told us it's going to be in the last 3 minutes of the match. So
Not the last 3 minutes. In the last 3 minutes in added time.
another time. Wow.
You got it on tape. Don't worry about it. It's tape. If not, he's
Well,
going
guys.
to play football down Notre Dame.
Let's go to one more comment before we wrap it up. It's
Rico.
from, Rico, this match
there
was
he
a
is.
win for Suriname. That's the way I see it. You can hope.
Well, everybody has an opinion.
Thank you, guys.
Well, guys,
Well,
thank you. And Pio, again, thank you, all the fans. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share the stream as much as possible. Pio,
Thank you
we'll
very
see
much.
you next time again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a
Hasta,
pleasure.
hasta luego. Hasta,
Hasta luego.
hasta
Igualmente.
luego. Hasta
Mucho
luego.
gusto,
Muchas gracias.
Mucho gusto y muchas gracias.
De nada.
Adios.
Adiós.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
In a nutshell, lobby we strana, anga we heriadi. Next ne broko we